This is a Squabble Studios production.
I'm Carter.
And I'm Jacob.
And welcome to Season 4.
Yes, it's been a while here. Now we've had multiple mess ups. It's been a rough start to Squabble so far, but we're not going to let that ruin the episode.
Go check out our Instagram so you could probably see those little bloopers.
Yeah, this is like take 3 or 4. We usually get it all right on the first take.
At Squabble Podcast.
Yes, at Squabble Podcast to our Instagram. Welcome if you're a returning guest.
Yeah,
welcome to the Squabble
and if
Empire.
you're new,
also welcome.
This is going to be good.
Yes.
It's gonna be good. And I recommend starting at Season 1. You know?
I don't.
Well, you don't got to. I recommend starting here since you're starting right now.
I'm rocking the 2 buttons down on my shirt. Should I fix that or keep it?
No, man.
Okay.
Keep it. I'm rocking the hoodie. I just got back from a road trip. So, we put in, I'm pulling like some I was going to say an overnighter, but not quite. Or I was going to say an all-nighter, but it's not quite an all-nighter. I'm losing sleep over you guys, okay?
Yeah, he
for you.
appreciates you guys. So do I. Not enough to lose sleep over you, but
and you probably heard a new song coming into this from if you were a returning listener. So I hope you guys like that.
Yeah, of course. We are, like I said, we got lots of new stuff going on. The set's a little different. As you can see, we have a tarp up over our signature door.
There's going to be something coming.
Yeah, we wanted to dedicate a whole episode to it. So when that reveal comes, be on the lookout for it. Yeah. Stay subscribed.
So hopefully we tried to do a lot of new things in this season, one of which was improve the visual experience because our listeners, they've got it good, and I feel like we're just slacking when it comes to our viewers.
But we're trying to get on that now. So, and maybe if you do listen all the time, go check out the YouTube, see what's going on over there. Start with this one.
But you want to get in the episode?
Yeah, as you already probably saw the title, we're doing a very wildly popular debate.
Yeah.
Vine versus TikTok.
Yep, Vine versus TikTok.
As a spoiler alert of life, Vine is dead for everybody listening.
Yeah.
And so you probably know this debate is popular, but it's not something a lot of people actually discuss because, it's not really viable. You only have one option of the two. But a lot of people like to praise Vine as if it was it was iconic, I'll give it that, but as if it was some sort of like deity, right? It's like, oh, yes, Vine. And so there's still that debate, even though it's dead. So that does give some points to Vine. That even though it's dead, there's still this debate going on.
This is what I'll say. So I prepared for this episode.
Me too. Well, actually, I'll say this. TikTok, I'm on TikTok's side.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Jacob's team TikTok. I'm team Vine. I strongly believe in my team here. Mm-hmm. However, doing research into this, preparing for this, I will admit this is a tough battle for me. This is a tough battle for Team Vine because there's a lot of reasons, but a couple of those being that Vine is dead.
Yes, that is a problem.
But we'll just get into it and
see what happens. See if you can. I will admit TikTok is kind of the Goliath here in this battle. I guess
really
David beat Goliath though.
David did beat Goliath,
but
we'll see. If Vine is David, then
we'll see about that. We'll see what happens. So you want to start? Or you want me to start?
You can start. Go ahead.
Okay, let's see. We're gonna start with the facts, right? TikTok has, in numbers, in business, and the business side of things, is way more successful than Vine ever was. TikTok has over 1 billion downloads.
Wow.
While Vine reached about 40 million.
Okay.
So they're way under. So that's the first thing. I mean, from a business standpoint, if you're looking at both companies, TikTok takes it every day of the week. TikTok takes it. It's fun to say. TikTok takes it. One other thing that will automatically allow me to win: Vine introduced the Paul brothers into the world. Logan Paul and Jake Paul started out on Vine. Also Lele Pons. Also just many cancerous people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by cancerous, I just mean very problematic.
And
They're very problematic.
And let me counterpoint that, okay?
Okay.
Because I don't have a lot of strong points. Okay. And I'm just gonna say it. Being truthful, I'm 100% Team Vine. But let's be honest, guys. TikTok is huge Goliath. So let me bring in the points that I have when I got them. And this is that yes, there's some cringe on Vine.
Yeah.
And some cringy stars, some cringy people have come out of Vine, and for some reason are still popular.
Yes.
Why were they popular in the first place? I'm not sure, but for some reason they're still like Logan and Jake Paul brothers that you said. Well, I would argue that the TikTok fan base, the user base of TikTok is majority Jake Paul and Logan Paul supporters. The people who listen to the Paul brothers have joined TikTok. I would say that is the majority of users on TikTok are listeners. And
honestly,
fans
I
of
actually think
Paul's.
people on TikTok, because there are a lot of young people on TikTok, younger people. I guess we're both pretty young, but a lot of younger people on TikTok that probably are wouldn't even know much about the Paul brothers, which just goes to show how quickly time has passed. I would bet that for sure. Think about 12-year-olds now probably don't really know who they are as much.
Yes, they do, dude. Yes,
I would no, but not really. They're all into. Okay, fine. I will give you that point. That point was more of a joke because there are just as many cringy people on TikTok as well.
Well,
I mean,
I don't think so.
really,
I would say that there are not
everybody
as
that
many
does the
cringy-
dancing videos.
Wait. Did you say there's more people that are cringy on TikTok?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes,
said that's why
agree.
I said that. My point was kind of a joke because, like I said, I think there's. Well, I would
Right.
say there's an equal amount. I would say there's an equal.
There's
amount of,
totally more on TikTok.
well, that's just because I think percent. I think there's an equal percent. Of course,
Okay,
you see
sure.
more because there's 100. What was it?
The
Like
ratio.
10 billion,
The
1
ratio.
billion, I guess. I was gonna say 100 million, but okay. The other thing is a lot of Viners did move to TikTok. A lot of people that were Vine creators, like that actually made consistent.
Adrian Michael.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. So, well, there's people like him who are memes. I've seen many people that were like, I blew up off of one TikTok or off of one Vine, and then they went over to TikTok and now actually make content.
I've seen Adrian Michael, the guy who's like, Adrian Michael, don't drink that, and he tries to chug the vodka.
Yeah.
Seen that
I
kid?
think it's just a beer,
And then
but-
I've seen what?
Oh yeah, the guy that did the impressions.
Oh yeah. But I was thinking of people who blew up with that one.
Yeah.
My name's Trey. I got a basketball game
That kid?
tomorrow. I
Really?
saw him.
I haven't
yeah.
seen that kid.
I've seen him. So it's pretty cool.
Yes, but the other thing I was gonna say, and now we've talked about numbers, that kind of thing, but in terms of actually using it, being a creator on there, it's way more fun, easier, better, just a better experience to be a creator on TikTok. First of all, longer videos allow for more creativity. You can go all the way up to a minute, I believe, on TikTok. So that is definitely way better than the 6 seconds you would get on Vine, correct? 6 seconds?
Yep. 7 seconds, 6 seconds.
So, the thing with Vine is you can't really there's only so much you can do in 6 seconds. I mean, trust me. But, in a minute, you can do so much in a minute. Yikes. Not to mention the filters and the editing features just actually exist on TikTok as opposed to Vine. Vine had none of that. I mean,
Vine had editing features.
Okay, but just not nearly to the extent. In Vine, you could basically mix up. You could splice some videos together, shorten the length. You couldn't add music. You couldn't add sounds.
And
you couldn't
here's
add.
where, most of my arguments are going to be on the defensive because, just saying again,
Yeah.
it's a Goliath.
It's dead.
So
There's a reason it died.
how I would argue against that is yes, there's these new filters and different ways of editing. You can drop music over, etc. But I think because of that, it has made the platform more basic. There are so many people redoing the same stuff.
That is true.
And it's not only this is a fun trend. Let me do it a little bit differently. It's literally the same
That's true.
stuff.
I've seen many of the
over
same
and
jokes.
Over, right. The exact same jokes. And it's yes, they're I've seen people just flat out rip off other people. I'll watch some guy do it and it's funny, and then a couple of days later I log in and the same guy has 3 times as many likes and views, and he did the literally exact same joke, and that sort of thing I don't think was as that didn't happen as much on Vine because they didn't have the same resources, I guess. Because on TikTok you have here's a trending songs, and you throw a song and you do a fun dance over the song. Where it's I have seen everyone and their mom do this dance to this song. I don't need to see it anymore.
Yeah.
And I think that's a problem.
Yeah, I will say that there's lots of bad things. I've seen lots of terrible just things that did not need to exist on TikTok. Like, why? This is just another basic, there's no reason. But the other thing is, I will defend those people as much as cringy as they are. They do, TikTok is a place for fun. I mean, think about, we create videos that get like, 3 views on TikTok. I mean, you do it for fun.
Mine have gotten over 100
That
every
is true.
time.
I was going to bring up that counterpoint. Carter, you're a little bit of a hypocrite in this. You yourself have a TikTok with over 200,000 views.
Well, hold on, though.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I also had a Vine, though. So hold on now.
Okay.
And let me say, I was going to say this already. Just like those people who have transitioned from Vine to TikTok, it's not because TikTok is better. It's because it's the new.
It's all we have.
And it's the new video platform. And
well, I mean, it's not YouTube.
Right, the new short video platform.
Yeah.
But if Vine still existed, well, I'm not gonna say. I don't know. I wouldn't. The reason that
you think if
people
Vine
are
still
choosing
existed,
TikTok
it'd be better.
is because right.
You
I
think TikTok is the second choice?
Yes, TikTok is gone, so the only other thing is TikTok.
Well, this might be a brave thing for me to say, and I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for other people. But I would say if TikTok were to have competed against Vine, like if Vine, I think TikTok was still Musically. I think they did exist at the same time, but it was before TikTok had really become a thing. It was back when it was still like Musically, so they didn't have all the same features and stuff.
Right.
Back when
it wasn't
Vine
TikTok.
Yeah, I guess I would say if Vine came back, right? If Vine 2 launched.
Yeah,
and it
Vine
was,
2.
But which he cheesed and then never came out with, first of all. The creator of Vine
what a
sucks.
loser.
But anyways, I could be working on it.
No.
Yeah, I don't think it's been like years. But
Come on,
regardless,
man. Come on.
if Vine were to come back, right, Vine 2, and they didn't do anything to it, right? They just copy and pasted old Vine. Maybe like change the user interface, but it was the exact same. Like, they didn't make it more like TikTok to try to compete. They just left it with all its same features. I would not go back to Vine. I would download Vine. I would still check it. But any day of the week, if I was making a video, if I was going on to watch videos, I would go onto TikTok most of the time. I mean, if I was just doing my daily checking, of course I'd check both because I would still get a Vine, keep up with the old Viners and stuff and do it for the meme because it would blow up.
Right.
But I would, once the hype died, I would still download it. I'd still have it downloaded. I'd watch it, but I would never make stuff on it because why would I when I had TikTok, And then I would also never check it. You can go what you were going to say.
I was just going to say, I think the 6 second, TikTok is still a short video platform, and you can do, 6-second videos as well as 60-second videos.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the 6-second concept, the idea that you get 6 seconds to tell a story, a joke, do something, and that I think that gives.
You think there's like a charm around it?
There's a charm. There's this certain amount of competitiveness where it's like to be good at, to be a good Viner, you have to use they use 6 seconds to make something so funny that it's wild. I feel like it's a lot easier with TikTok for people to make funny stuff because I guess they have more liberty and more freedom to have more time to do.
Well, that was
whatever they're
actually.
gonna do.
I was kind of going to use that point in favor of it. I was going to say it's easy to. You couldn't go out and start a career on Vine, right? You couldn't. There were people that did that made their way to make careers using Vine, but I don't think anybody on Vine went into it with the intention of I'm going to make a living off this, right? Or at least I would be surprised. Kind of like how YouTube. When a YouTuber started, they weren't like, this is going to be my life, They were like, this is going to be something.
Well, not in the early days anyway.
Now people do that.
Now people do
I think
that.
TikTok has gotten to the point where people do that. People will go on there with the intentions of, I'm going to make a career out of this. I'm going to turn this into a business. I'm going to research the algorithm, do stuff. Vine was never like that. I think if it came back, like you said, I will agree the 6 seconds, it has its own thing. It's iconic. Lots of iconic Vines. But I don't think it would ever be able to get to the point to sustain somebody in terms of making content like that for a living, which makes it harder for there to be creators, which makes there less creators, right? I mean, think about it. Like you said, there's competitiveness in the sense of who can make the funniest things, but still, and there would be people who I think would put a lot of themselves into, would really put work into it and make it their thing. But I don't think anybody could do that enough to the point where it becomes a career because there's only so, like I said, there's really only so much you can do in 6 seconds, right? I mean, on TikTok, you can, and I will say this, you can't make a living strictly off of TikTok, right? You can't monetize TikToks or anything, but you can
get
link that
sponsored
to other
posts,
things.
et
You can
cetera.
link that to other things. You can really create like a fan base off that. You can like almost vlog on the right. Like you can actually create a fan, but it's hard to do that on Vine. Now it did do that. There's like the Paul brothers, who didn't really blow up as much until they got to YouTube, or the what's his name? The guy that like did the Lily, our camera person mentioned him earlier.
David Lopez. He was good. I watched
David
him a lot.
Lopez? Yeah. What? Is that who?
Yeah, that was his name.
Yeah, I was thinking about that other guy that he did like impressions.
Oh yeah.
Like he's on YouTube now and stuff, and there are people who like worked on it, but I think there's a lot more people using TikTok as a method of like being an influencer, right? They link it to their Instagrams and get money from that. I think it's more of a viable thing in terms of trying to be an influencer, right? Trying to have a presence on social media. You're gonna go to TikTok. You wouldn't go to Vine.
I guess the charm that Vine had, and I don't know, I'm not sure why. Definitely, there's a different type
Energy.
of it's a different energy, a different type of user uses TikTok and Vine. There are definitely a lot of TikToks that have Vine energy. There's like, I'm pretty sure that's a hashtag that is like trends all the time, like hashtag Vine energy on TikTok, because I think Vine had this realism where it's like these 6 seconds were like 100% like real, like this just happened and it was so funny. I'm going to post these 6 seconds. Like think about all the Vines that are still iconic to this day that even people who are using TikTok now never even had Vine downloaded because they're either too young, they didn't get into it then. Even people who've never had a Vine account will quote old Vines, which I think speaks for itself. Like the content that came from Vine is iconic and way more. And I don't, maybe it'll come with time. Maybe there'll be eventually some TikToks that everyone and their mom will know. But right now, Vine has, though it's dead, and it's been dead for 3 years now. It has
Almost four.
Has such a lasting impact. That's got to say a lot.
Yeah, I will give you that gladly. That is true. You said there aren't Vines or TikToks that people quote like that, or how people quote Vines, and maybe not as many. Actually, first, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to say this. I've said it before. I'm not on the internet, not publicly. I'm going to now. Vine is only as popular as, I'll get right up to the mic. That's too loud. Vine is only as popular as it is because it's dead. There, I said it. I think if Vine had never died, nobody would die. There would still be Vine compilations, there'd still be things, but it would not be as big of a thing as it is now. I think as soon as they killed it, Vines that were popular got even more popular. I think as a whole, it just blew up because it died. Don't hate me.
Well, I think to some extent that is true. I think when something is
taken away from you, exactly.
it's shown in a new light. Like now that we don't have Vine, no one's going to say anything bad about Vine.
Yeah.
Like, has anyone ever complained to you about Vine now that it's dead?
Been like,
No,
I hated Vine.
Of course not, because like, there's no reason.
You don't want to think about the bad things.
All you remember is these hilarious Vines. But
well, that's the other thing I will say. I'm not trashing Vine. I had a Vine. I liked it. I made some. I was like 12 and they were cringy, so I don't recommend watching them. But
shout
they
out to our
existed.
Instagram where we've been posting old Vines we made.
I don't know if we can find them anymore, but
yeah, dude, Vine.com. I'm pretty sure you can find your old Vines.
Oh. Well, regardless, don't watch them. We will maybe post them. I don't know. We'll see if we can find them. But regardless, I love it. Just I think TikTok is better. That's my only point. I thought I needed to say that. The other thing I was saying earlier though is you said like there's no quotable TikToks like that. Maybe not in the same sense of like people aren't gonna go around like they go saying like Adam, like that kind of thing. It's not gonna be like like that. But they're in the sense of like every outing I go on now where there's gonna be a large group of people, almost always see somebody making a TikTok now. Almost everywhere I go. It's and
I definitely think it hurts to say that. I want to say, well, what I was going to say was it hurts to say it's more popular, but I disagree with the statement I was just about to make because
you don't think it's more popular?
Well, okay, think about this. Everybody that you see making a TikTok has and probably will forever until they die be quoting Vines.
But
an
they
everyday
weren't when Vine
conversation.
existed. That's what I say. I think now that it's dead, people would. I mean, think about when you existed. When you existed. Think about when you existed, Carter.
Bro.
Think about when it existed. We would be making Vines in public. People would ask us what we were doing. We'd tell our friends about it in almost, or at least from my memory. Maybe it was a different experience with you. I almost always remember people being like, "What's Vine?"
What? I've
Yeah.
never had that, dude.
Back when we were making them.
Whenever I was making Vines back in the day, the question was always, "Oh, you make Vines?" It was either you make them or you watch them. That was, but in this new TikTok world, no matter what, I feel like you make TikToks.
Yeah, it's actually a joke on TikTok. That's the other thing. There are trends like you said. There's no like quotable like TikToks or whatever. Maybe not, but there are in the sense that there are trends and there are things that pick up and start. I mean, think about how many songs blow up because of
Definitely.
TikTok. I mean, sure, maybe we're not quoting TikToks, but we're singing songs that really only got as popular as they are because of TikTok. And there are jokes like on TikTok that people will say like, almost everybody on TikTok makes a joke like, "Oh yeah, I made this as a joke." TikTok in itself is a joke on TikTok.
It's
and that's
so
the big
true.
thing.
Like-
Like people, almost any person that tries to be funny, if you go to their TikTok and look in their bio, it's going to be something like, "Oh, I made this as a joke." You know, everybody makes that joke like, "Oh, I hate this, but I accidentally got addicted to it." That's everybody. What
It's
everybody says.
because I think everybody knows that the fan base and this like it has this weird like I don't know aura where it's like this is where like it's just it seems so cringy.
It's a lot. It's your
No
last
matter
hope. I mean,
what.
that happened to me. I got it as
I got it as a joke.
me too. I think I got it because I wanted to see one thing, or someone sent it to me, or I just like I didn't actually never thought I'd go on it. I was like, I'll look, see what's on
Right.
it. And then I actually looked at it, and I was expecting just to see like only dance videos, stupid like 12-year-old girls being cringy. You know, I got not that all 12-year-old girls are cringy, but you know, like I especially like young like little kids being stupid and like. But I went on there,
Right.
and there was actually like things that reminded me of Vine. You know, like the good parts of Vine. Not to say there's a lot of bad parts of Vine. It's just inferior. But like you go on Vine and you're like, it's cool. And then you go on TikTok, you're like, wow, this is like what it was like. And you actually see people like being funny and like making trends and following. And that's the other thing where I keep going back to this, where you were like, there was no like quotable things. But then you also said that there's too many quotable things because you said like there's too many trends. It
Well, I
calls
would
for less
say
originality.
it's not right. The things that are quotable and memorable and that everybody knows are
They're
not
multiple.
original.
Yeah, there's never one. I mean, you didn't quote a Vine that everybody made.
Right.
You
It's
quoted
like-
a Vine that one person
It's
made.
like if we go back in time, like take Vine, take that one Vine where he goes, "I have God and anime on my side." Ah,
Mm-hmm.
take that, apply it to TikTok. For some reason, now every single person in the entire universe would be taking that sound
Recreating
and that clip and recreating it, doing random stuff. Which
But it would be funny.
I guess is funny, but it loses the quality that it just
I
had.
suppose it makes it less of its own. It makes it less iconic, basically. I mean, if
Right,
there's
it makes
so
it
many
less
recreations-
iconic because nobody knows. No one can say, "Remember that kid who did that anime? I have God and anime on my." Like nobody says that. It's just like it would be, "Oh, you know that God and anime line? Let's like make fun of it. It's funny."
Yeah, but I think to some extent, yes, that makes for cringy things like dance videos. One person does a dance, oh, that's a cool dance, and then everybody's doing it, and you're like, make it stop. It's got its bad things, but then also it does make it more of a community. It makes it more of something that everybody can get behind. It makes it something. It's more interactive than Vine was. I mean, how often were Viners interacting with their audience? I mean, they were, but not in the same way I think that people can make on. I mean, with the duet feature on TikTok, with like the reaction feature, like there's so much more to do on TikTok. There's so much
mean,
more,
I'll
so many
say
more
this.
ways to be ingenuitive.
I'll say this: when it comes to statistics, like rock hard facts, there's no way I can say that Vine is better than TikTok for multiple reasons. Vine never had as many users as TikTok did, never made as much money. I went through leaks to try to find some sort of statistical number that made Vine better, and I could not.
Yeah.
Users of Vine never made the amount of money that famous users of TikTok do. There's more users on TikTok that actually make money than there ever were
Yeah.
on Vine. Like
That's kind of my point earlier,
I
yeah.
tried everything. I looked into everything, and not.
I will say that a part of that is just because there were more users on TikTok, which is a better statistic in and of itself. But
Right.
regardless, yeah. So like, I understand
which
that.
sucks. But I guess the whole argument that the only thing that I can argue against TikTok is to say that Vine, I think, had a different quality of video than TikTok, and honestly it comes down, like, I can't say by definition that it's better. It just becomes preference, and I guess I grew up using Vine. Like, all these, like, 12-year-olds or whatever are
I
like,
will admit,
TikTok is great. But, like, TikTok's going to die, and there's going to be a new thing, and everyone's going to be like, oh, is TikTok better or is this better?
Yeah, right. I'll give you this, too. I was a little bit, I'm 4 years younger than you, right? I was a little bit younger when I was probably, how old? I was 14 when it died.
Wow.
Right? It died in 2016?
Wow. Yeah.
So, I mean, I was still on the youngish side. But I still was able, like I said, I'm not going to count out all of my opinions about it. I still think that I was on it a lot. I know I was. I made lots of them. They were very cringy. But I was not as in touch, I guess you could say, as you were. You were probably a little trendier, a little more active on there. But still, and also, like you said, yeah, eventually there's going to be something better than TikTok, and all of us will be like, all the 12-year-olds will be like, I remember when TikTok was around. And then all the kids, well, I guess they won't say, okay, boomer, then. It'll be the future. There'll be something else. They'll be like, oh, what would that generation, Gen Z? They'd be like, I see Gen Z. Yeah, like, alrighty. Wait, righty and Gen Z don't rhyme at all.
Alrighty, Gen Z.
Gen Z, alrighty. Wait, already Gen Z. I guess it does kind of rhyme, but not really. I don't even know where I was going. I had a point. It's gone now.
Yeah, we got to wrap this episode up anyway.
Okay, yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know.
TikTok is superior. Let's just going to leave it at that.
I can't admit it, although...
Oh, I know what my point was. Last point. How many Vines did you have that blew up?
I actually had a couple that never as many views as the ones I have now.
You have, I would at least consider, two that quote-unquote blew up. At least a little bit. One, definitely. The other one got, like 900 views?
What? Are we talking about TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one that's a little over 1,000.
So like, I would consider that not like his first. He has one that's over like 200,000 or something.
It's almost at 500,000.
Oh, 500,000, sorry. But and then he has one that's like out of 1,000, which is like not near, like, it's like blowing up, quote unquote. It did okay. For someone who's not like a TikToker, it did pretty good. That's the thing about TikTok.
See, the TikTok that I posted and blew up had the most Vine energy
that's true.
That you've ever seen. My whole profile is just Vine energy.
I posted 6 things on TikTok, I think. Only one of the 5 did I use like a trendy sound. That one blew up. Well, it got way more views than my other, right? It obviously made it onto like the For You page. That's the other thing. I guess this is what I'm getting at as well. It's easier to blow up. It's better if you want to be a creator on TikTok, even if you just want to be a creator fun. Like, right, I don't think I'm ever going to be an influencer on TikTok, right? I don't intend to. But I know that I know that I could make one that would easily get like 500 views, right?
Yeah, you just know what? Also,
and it's fun.
Also, bots. Why are there so many bots on TikTok?
There are bots on TikTok.
On Vine, talking about this huge user base. How many of those are bots? Okay, I tried to look that up. Couldn't find anywhere. Couldn't even find anybody. Couldn't find any real TikTok source confirming that there's bots. So how many of those users are bots? That's my question. Couldn't find if. Google that.
I'm sure there were some bots on Vine.
There definitely were that I can remember. But they were mostly like spam. Like, you go to YouTube and it's like,
open this GIF.
Would you like $1 million Clash of Clans dollars?
Yeah,
stuff like random dumb stuff like that. Like, obviously that's just like, and you'd see one every once in a while. But like TikTok, I say every single time I post a TikTok, first 50 views.
I don't know though. On your one that blew up with like how many? It has like over 1,000 comments. I've looked through almost all of them. Haven't seen a single bot one on that one.
Right, I agree, but like, I don't know. There just seems like there's so many bots,
suppose, yeah,
which is
I guess
interesting.
I would say not. I still think if you took away the bots, it'd be more than Vine. That's a big difference. 40 million and 1 billion.
Hey, someone out there can make a conspiracy theory, and I bet it'd go viral on TikTok.
Anyways, yeah. So I guess that's the end. I think I won this inevitably.
I'm still Team Vine forever and ever.
You can cast your comment. Cast your comment. Cast your vote in the comments.
Don't cast your comment too.
In the votes. Yeah. I'm gonna try to stop speaking. Just vote with what you think is better.
Yeah, and shout out to all of our socials.
Socials.
You can,
Shout out to our
shout out to our
socials.
socials. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Squabble Podcast.
And our Patreon too.
Yeah, and our Patreon, patreon.com/Squabble
Think
Studios.
our podcast is as good as $1, then you should prove it.
Yes, bet.
Bet you won't.
Bet,
You
homie.
won't give us $1.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks. And you can also find us on Spotify. We're on like iTunes.
Yeah, hold on. Let me take a couple steps back to the Patreon
Oh.
because we're going to be posting something every single freaking week, okay?
What?
Because understandably, this is season 4, so it's going to be stupid great this season.
Yes.
Freaking amazing.
We're updating everything.
Season 3, our Patreon content was slow to come. Sorry.
Yeah.
This season though, there's going to be so much Patreon stuff. It's already started. Okay, there's you know what behind this curtain? Do you know what's behind this curtain?
No.
Our Patreons do.
Yeah.
So
Bet.
drop a dollar and
Only a boomer wouldn't go to our Patreon.
okay, that's fine.
Well, we lost our
Camera lady was giving us a look, and I was like, "Did she
We
just
lost
not press
camera too.
record?" But no.
Anyways, yeah. So yeah, go to our Patreon.
Where were we? We also have a website,
We do have a website. It's squabblepodcast.com.
and keep looking over there every
We're gonna
once in a
update
while
that,
because because there's gonna be some new photos,
Yes.
season 4 photos.
Yes, it's gonna be
There's
updated.
gonna be some updated photos.
So be on the lookout for that. So yeah, lots of new stuff happening.
Really good, really good. I guess that's
Yeah, I guess
that's
we'll
it.
have to snap you later. Thanks
Yep.
for coming to season 4. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Boom.